Good morning, everybody. So today I wanted to take some time to walk through how to complete online check-in for Disney Cruise. I know we've posted a couple cruises that we've done in the past, and there will definitely be some more cruises coming up in the future. So wanted to walk through online check-in since it's a little bit different than the Disney World online check-in process, and very important as this is the time you pick your port arrival time. Online check-in can be done at 12:01 a.m. 30 days before your sail date, and this is very, very important to have all of your stuff prepped and ready to go because there are some things you need specifically to Disney Cruise online check-in that you do not need otherwise, including a picture of everyone's passport and a selfie. So I wanted to walk you through how to do it, so let's go. So from the main page of the Disney Cruise website, we're going to click on the sign in link at the top of the page and sign in using our Disney account. Then we're going to click on Already Booked to see our current cruise. And this shows also all our information, our stateroom number, the cruise itself. If you scroll down to Online Check-in, mine currently says Pending Review, but this will normally say Complete Online Check-in. Mine says Pending Review because it's already completed, which brings you to the Online Check-in page. Now again, mine is already completed, so it does say View Port Arrival Form, but we're going to walk through the steps to get to that point. So scrolling down, this shows you all the steps that need to be completed in order. So we're going to start with guest information. Under the guest information, this will list all of the guests in your current reservation. So as you can see, it is currently me and Hannah. And on the left-hand side, you can see all of the steps needed for the online check-in process. So we're going to click on myself, and this brings us to this page where I have to fill out all of my address and contact information. Then it asks you which guests share the same address and emergency contact info. You can click any guest in your party that does apply. The next step is very important, so it is uploading some sort of identification. And this can be your passport, this can be a birth certificate, a Nexus card, Fast card, anything listed here. And it's very important to upload a photo that is clear and legible. After that, you have to upload a security photo, which is a selfie. It does tell you to do a color photo facing forward from the shoulders up with no filters, being clearly visible with no eyewear, and there should be no other people or objects in this picture. So again, very important to do both the identification and the selfie picture to upload. You can also save time during your online check-in process by having these photos ready to go, ready to upload, and not have to worry about taking them the day of the check-in process. So after clicking save, it'll ask you to do that for all your guests, and it will then say pending approval when you're done. Next step is the onboard account. This is essentially linking a credit card to your file or paying with cash. So if you do pay with cash, there are some restrictions. You are restricted on the amount you can charge to your room at a time before you have to pay that off. Going back to the credit card, at the bottom of the page, it'll ask you whether you want to cover the charges for all guests in your reservation or certain ones, and you can check the boxes of which ones you want to cover. Then we're going to hit save and head back to the main page and click on travel plans, which is our next step. This step asks if you're flying in for your cruise and where you're going after your cruise. Whether that be your home or a Disney resort. So if you do fly in, it asks for all your flight information. And when you go after your cruise, like I said, asks you if you're going to another Disney cruise, Disney resort, other hotel or address, to the airport, what have you. It asks for your specific hotel. It asks whether you want to use their shuttle service or if you'll have a car parked at the terminal or plan to do a rental car. And it asks which guests these travel plans apply to as well. The next step is the port arrival time, which again is very important. So this shows all your available arrival times. The earlier the better, typically. So what this means is this is the time you can arrive at the port. Not necessarily your boarding time, but your boarding time does coincide with your port arrival time. So the earlier you arrive at the port, the earlier you're able to board. So pick the earliest time that you are able to get there. And then the last step is the cruise contract. Scroll through, read through. This is very important to read all of this, all about the cruise itself and what the expectations are for each guest. After you do read it, you can print it and email to yourself and check the box that says you have read and understand the cruise contract and agree with everything that it says. Then you click complete check-in, and then this brings you to your port arrival form, which is very, very important. So you can print the form from here or send it via email. This tells you your port arrival time, the ship, your boarding group, your assembly station, which is for emergency purposes only, and then you need these QR codes to board the ship. This is essentially your boarding ticket. So this is a very, very important port arrival form to have. Definitely recommend printing it out and emailing it yourself. And then at the bottom of the page, it does give you some kind of do's and don'ts about the check-in process. There are also optional forms at the bottom of the main check-in page if you need any special assistance, medical condition, dietary restrictions, or physical disability. This should be completed 60 days in advance as well. And that will do it for the online check-in process. So that will do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video showing you how to do the online check-in for Disney Cruise Line. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.